So, got my service requested today. The mail came. You can see from the courts. Of course, this is what I sent out, and I had to service my co-defendant. So it came back to this address. Of course, I also included the flash drives, 7 to be exact. They said that I could not serve a magistrate or judge, which I just wanted the magistrate is over the case, so they'll see it anyway. And I tried to get the judge to see it. That's over top of the magistrate because the first magistrate sent me out of the courtroom and wouldn't let me even speak or defend myself, enter evidence or nothing. You know, uh, the second was better. I did take objection to some things she said, but it's not that huge of a deal yet. It's just the whole system is flawed. Juvenile courts is a flawed system. You got the court over top of jurisdiction over top of children's services. If you read the law, they also have obviously uh, jurisdiction over the child. So how can they make a fair judgment in a case like this? This is not a case of a kid being abused or physically or mentally or sexually. This is a case of uh, educational neglect. And we can prove that we're teaching them at home. We can prove that we've invested the time, the money, and everything to get the devices that he needs, or that we think he needs. Like the ABC stuff, the 1, 2, 3, the writing. We also do his therapies. We always have. To prove that too. They just want to blame somebody besides the school. And I had this conversation with my doctor yesterday. She wasn't happy when she found out I was recording it. I don't really care. She did ask me to stop it a couple of times, but like I informed her, I'm not going to stop, nor does she have to talk. We're all human. You don't like me recording, then don't talk. She didn't want me to leave. And here's the thing, too, really upsets me, too, is they lie. They love to lie. So about 12 minutes in the video, she says, I'll be right back. And because at that point is when I let her know I was recording. I got aggravated because the way the conversation was going, like she was siding with the school and thought like 1 hour a day was enough for a child with disabilities. So here's my point in case to that. If you have a gifted child, right, that's 16, 17 years old in college, they need less help. So an hour or two a day may be sufficient for them. They're gifted. They're geniuses. Awesome. If a kid is slow, and I use this term, mentally retarded, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't bother me. That's what he would be classified as. But everyone gets their little feelings hurt nowadays, so I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that. But it's just what it is, okay? Anyway, they would generally need more time, not less. So instead of getting 7 hours a day, they might need a couple hours on the weekend extra tutoring, or they might need a little bit of time through the summer. So how is it okay to give them less time? And then we was talking about the hours, like 900 hours a year in homeschooling. That's what they expect from a parent, 900 hours. From a school, 910 at his age. But when I talk to this doctor, I really just want to get rid of her, to be honest. It's quite crazy. You know what? I'm just going to post the video. It's a 20-minute, maybe a 30-minute video. At the very end, like last few minutes, I do eventually shut it off and listen to it. I will try my best to eventually um, post some notes in the comments or like what's happening or whatever, so you can jump to certain parts. I do know around 12 minutes in to 14 and a half minutes in, that's when she leaves the room. She says, well, I want to make sure you got everything you need. I say, no, I just want to leave. I don't even want to be here. Well, hold on a minute. Hold on. And then, remember, as she leaves, she says, I want to make sure you have everything you need. 2 minutes later, when she comes back, she done forgot her lie. And she comes in and says, well, I just wanted to know how to navigate this whole recording thing correctly. So that's the real reason she left. And I knew that. And I said that in the video before she left. I know why she was leaving. So here's my thing. If you're not lying, then why do you have a problem with it? If you want to back up the school, back up the school. If you want to back up the parents, back up the parents. But if you're not going to back me up, that's fine. You are a mandated reporter. If the school is failing to do their job, then you are supposed to report it as a doctor or as a social worker. Not try to convince me to take my son's trach out. Right? You'd rather see him reverse a life-saving procedure so he can go to school? It's all in the video. It's if you have the time and the want to, I think you'd be interested in it. Now, this is how I got this today. And the reason I'm showing this is because the flash drive that proves perjury and proves that Amanda Wack from Children's Services tampered with evidence is on them flash drives. I turned in 7 of them. 1 to a judge, 1 to the magistrate, 2 to the plaintiff counsels, 1 to the co-defendant, 1 to the co-defendant's counsel, and 1 to the guardian ad litem. And I don't know about the other packages, but they're removed out of my package. Well, the co-defendant, his mother's package. So I don't know if the other people even got them. But inside here, I do have the verbatim testimony that I handwritten. Thank God I handwrote it because because if not, they wouldn't even seen it. Well, I better check, see if that's even in here. One second, y'all. And what that is. Yep, it's in there. So, I mean, they got it. They just can't hear the tone, which is important. But if you read it, you can tell that it was a phone call for 1, for 2.